Okay, so what really comes to mind when you hear the name Pink? The aerial stunts, the powerhouse vocals, the punk rock princess who never bit her tongue? I mean, come on. This might be the same woman who sold over 135 million while literally spinning upside down in the air in most of her performances like a glittery superhero on Red Bull. But behind the jaw-dropping performances and raspy anthems is a woman with a seriously scandalous streak. So here's the real question. Is Pink still the wild, tell-it-like-it-is queen we've always loved? Or has time and motherhood finally tamed the beast? This is Pink's life like you've never seen it before. Raw, rowdy, and full of the drama they never put in the press release. Alicia Beth Moore, yeah, the firecracker we all now know, as Pink came into the world on September 8th, 1979, in good old Doylestown, Pennsylvania. Her mom, Judith, was a nurse, and her dad, James Moore, was an insurance salesman. But don't let that white picket fence setup fool you. 'Cause from day one, Alicia was trouble with a capital T. You know that one kid on the block who's always climbing trees, saying the wrong thing at the wrong time, and somehow always gets away with it? Yeah, that was Pink. But hold up, what exactly is Pink's story? 'Cause one thing's for sure, nobody just pops out of the womb rocking a leather jacket and flipping off the world, okay? So, let's rewind. Even as a kid, Pink was, well, let's just say a handful. We all know the type, stubborn, curious, and never backs down. In fact, for a long time, Pink painted herself as the villain in her own childhood stories. That was until, plot twist, she met her 5th grade teacher who made her realize she wasn't the worst kid alive after all. 'Cause just as we've come to know her, Pink may have always acted like she didn't care what people thought, but underneath that punk rock bravado, this woman is one of the biggest, realest hearts in Hollywood. And like they always say, behind every wild child is someone who's genuinely hurting. So what was the cause of Pink's hurt? Her parents' divorce. By the time Pink was 10, her parents were officially done. But here's where it gets interesting. Instead of being devastated, Pink was actually relieved. Yep, you heard that right. Turns out growing up in a house filled with yelling matches and slammed doors will do that to a kid. But don't get it twisted, divorce is hard on any kid. And trust me, not even Pink could tough girl her way out of that kind of emotional baggage. Now, after the divorce, if Pink was just a big-mouth, rule-breaking detention type of kid, she literally went rogue after that. By age 14, she was already doing drugs, hitting up the clubs, getting arrested, you name it. But here's the thing, though. When you maintain a tough persona, but you're literally angry and filled with pain inside, what do? You channel all that energy, of course. And for Pink, that came through writing lyrics. So by 14, this girl was already chasing her music dreams, performing in Philadelphia clubs. She adopted the nickname Pink, and of course, just like everything else, even that one had a crazy history to it. Sure, the name was inspired by the character Mr. Pink from the movie Reservoir Dogs.
I ordered coffee, right? Now we've been here a long fucking time. She's only filled my cup 3 times. I mean, when I order coffee, I want it filled 6 times.
But that was the G-rated version. The other story, wasn't exactly PG-13. So when Pink was a kid at camp, her crush pulled down her swimsuit. And she had no underwear on, because they've literally been swimming. Total embarrassment, right? Well, Pink literally turned bright red. Kids, being the absolute worst, started calling her Pink. And of course, she just owned it. But that's not all the last reason. Well, here it comes from the horse's mouth herself.
My friend had never seen a white girl's vagina before, and he was like, oh, it's pink.
But how exactly did she turn all that craziness into a multi-million-dollar success? Let's get into it. At age 16, thanks to L.A. Reid, our girl was already signed to a record label with her group Choice, consisting of 2 other girls, Sharon Flanagan and Chrissy Conway. Cute name, but spoiler alert, it didn't last. By age 18, the group was done. It seemed like Reid was pretty much not feeling the group thing anymore, so Choice had no choice but to disband. Pun totally intended. Pink was giving an ultimatum: go solo or go home. And thank God she chose to go solo, because 135 million records later, we all know how that worked out. In 2000, Pink officially hit the scene like a glitter bomb. In February, her first solo single, There You Go, was released, and it became her first top 10 hit on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. But that's not all. Just 2 months later, her first album, Can't Take Me Home, was released to commercial success. With bangers like Most Girls, You Make Me Sick, the album went double platinum with over 2 million copies sold in the US alone. America was obsessed, but this is Hollywood. You can't skyrocket to fame without dragging a little scandal behind you. And with someone as raw, bold, and downright unfiltered as Pink? Oh, you know the drama's just getting started. So here's the thing. If there's one universal truth in the music industry, it's this. Every artist, at some point, has to deal with the same nightmare. No creative control. Yup, especially when you're just starting out. It's like the label owns your soul. They pick the songs, the sound, the vibe, basically everything but your shoe size. And guess what? That did not sit well with Pink. Her debut album, Can't Take Me Home? Oh, it slapped, but let's be real, it was dripping in early 2000s R&B, which wasn't totally her. Think smooth, polished, radio-friendly basically, not the gritty, soul-bearing rebel we know and love. But Pink played the game until she was ready to flip the damn board. By the time she started working on her second album, birthed Misunderstood, Pink was done playing pop puppet. She didn't want to be some carbon copy pop princess churned out by the industry. No, ma'am. She wanted real music. Her music. Quickly, she got in contact with Linda Perry, former singer of Four Non-Blondes. But sit tight, cause, hello, it's Pink we're talking about here. Of course, there had to be some wild, behind-the-scenes drama in that collaboration. Basically, Pink was a big fan of Linda, so when she was sneaking around her makeup artist's book and caught a glimpse of her phone number, she grabbed the opportunity with both hands and did what any slightly unhinged pop star would do. She called her. But it was not just a friendly hello either. Pink basically said, "Work with me or I'll stalk you." Now, most people would have blocked the number or called security. But Linda? She loved the crazy. Instead of ghosting Pink, she said yes. And thank God for that, because their chaotic little partnership birthed Misunderstood, one of the most game-changing albums of the early 2000s. The lead single, Get the Party Started, didn't just lead the chart, it exploded. It peaked at number 4, instantly becoming a global party anthem. Okay, so we've talked about the fame, the music, the madness, but what about Pink's personal life? Because let's be real, her heartbreaks have given us some of her juiciest bangers of all time. You want to know the tea behind songs like So What? Buckle up, because this love story is straight out of a roller coaster soap opera. Enter Carey Hart, professional motocross racer, certified bad boy, and the man who would eventually become the love of Pink's chaotic life. The two met in 2001, and when I say sparks flew, I mean fireworks, explosions, the whole damn pyrotechnic show. But here's the thing, when both people are strong-willed, spicy, and allergic to authority, oh, you just know drama is brewing. By 2003, the relationship hit the brakes, and everyone thought, welp, that's the end of that. But Pink, this woman doesn't do breakups like a normal person. After Carey tried to propose multiple times, and she was like, not yet, she pulled a total power move in 2005 and flipped the script. She proposed to him. That's right, our girl literally held up a sign during one of his races that said, "Will you marry me?" Talk about a stunt for the history books. They tied the knot in January 2006 in Costa Rica, because of course they did. Nothing about this couple is basic, but surprise, things didn't stay peachy. By 2008, they were donezo, and not the quiet, we've grown apart kind of done. We're talking screaming matches, dramatic fights, and allegedly throwing objects at each other. No, seriously, it was giving Real Housewives with Helmet's energy, but from the ashes of that fiery split came one of Pink's most iconic anthems, So What? And let's be honest, that song carried the entire world through breakups, gym sessions, and wine-fueled rage fits for years. But guess what? Turns out these two couldn't quit each other. In 2010, they got back together, and this time, they were in it for real. By June 2011, they welcomed their daughter, Willow, and then came their son Jameson in 2016. Was her love life with her husband a rocky ride? Absolutely. But who wants a boring love story anyway? 'Cause sometimes, love isn't about perfection. It's about refusing to let go, no matter how wild the ride gets. All right, let's take a sharp left turn from heartbreak and head straight into royal territory. Did you know that once upon a time, Prince William personally invited Pink to perform at his 21st birthday bash? Like the Prince of Wales, the future King of England, had our girl on his guest list. Sounds like a career highlight, right? Well, not for Pink. She straight up turned him down, cold. So what could possibly make someone say no to Buckingham Palace level clout? Oh, grab a drink and lean in, because this one will make you see Pink in a whole new light. Turns out, Pink's not just a powerhouse voice and a tabloid headline. She's been a hardcore animal rights activist since her grade school days. She's always believed animals shouldn't be harmed for sport, fashion, or entertainment, period. So when she got wind of Prince William allegedly jabbing spears into animals during hunting trips in Africa, yeah, that didn't sit right with her. And while most celebs might smile, nod, and collect the check anyway, Pink, she's not built like that. If she believes in something, you best believe she's gonna speak up, even if it means turning down royalty. And it's not just Will who's gotten a taste of Pink's righteous fury. She's come for every celeb who dares to step out in fur, dragging them for filth over the cruelty behind those designer looks. Honestly, it's kind of iconic. In an industry obsessed with image, Pink refuses to play nice when it comes to what she believes in. And let's be real, the world needs more unbothered queens like her who aren't afraid to ruffle a few royal feathers. So what's Pink been up to in 2025, you ask? Oh, she's still that girl. While half of Hollywood is scrambling for relevance, Pink is out here thriving, flipping through the sky like a rock and roll Tinkerbell and giving zero cares in the process. In January, she lit up the stage at the Fire Aid Benefit Concert, a massive event raising money for victims of the devastating Los Angeles wildfires. I mean, are we even shocked? This woman's been saving the world with a mic in one hand and a harness in the other for decades. But here's what everyone's whispering at brunch. Has Pink actually softened? Like, has the rebellious, loudmouth pop rock goddess finally mellowed out? Pink herself says she still feels like the immature, crazy little girl she was at 14. But let's be real. 2 kids and a marriage will humble anyone. But let's be clear, motherhood hasn't tamed her. It's just made her more savage in the best way. PTA meetings, sure, but don't cross her in the carpool lane. And let's not forget the real tea. Pink is sitting on a cool 100 million net worth. That's right. Legend. Oh, she rewrote the definition. So, after selling over 135 million records, snatching up more than 100 awards, including 3 Grammys, 2 Brits, a Daytime Emmy, and a whole lot of industry respect.
Thank you, iHeart, for this moment. It has... And to all the artists here, I'm so inspired by all of you. Thank you for being your true selves.
And even being crowned Woman of the Year, what exactly will Pink be remembered for? Let's be real for a sec. It's not just the trophies or the charts. It's the chaos, the honesty, the unapologetic realness. Bird to the industry while serving vocals that could shatter glass. Completely iconic. So whether you love her, hate her, or still can't believe she once hung upside down mid-concert while belting glitter in the air, just know this: Pink will always be the girl who never played the game and still won.